What is going on, everybody? It's the France, and we're here again for our Money in the Bank predictions coming to you this Sunday. We have 11 matches to go through. Money in the Bank, of course, is one of the biggest pay-per-views of the year. It is usually like a big five. That's what it usually feels like. Last year's Money in the Bank, of course, was preceded by an NXT TakeOver pay-per-view the night before. So this year, of course, and usually Money in the Bank is usually in June and July. This year it was moved to May 19th, the weekend before Double or Nothing, which we will be going over next week. Money in the Bank did take we do have a little bit of a change in schedule for Money in the Bank, as Alexa Bliss will not be available for the Money in the Bank pay-per-view, the women's Money in the Bank ladder match, due to a concussion. Alexa Bliss has been dealing with concussions for the last 4 or 5 months. And I've been seeing people online talking about, how Alexa Bliss looks like she has bigger tits. Looks like they may have been poked up a little bit and they haven't healed in time. It's called a push-up bra, you fucking retards. It's called a push-up bra. Have you ever fucking heard of one? Alexa Bliss is out with a concussion. She has had this problem since, I'm going to say, probably before Survivor Series last year. She's been off and on TV for the last 6 or so months, not being able to wrestle that much. She wrestled in the Rumble for a little bit, was in a qualifying match for the Women's Elimination Chamber Tag Team match, and just keeps missing time over and over. She was the host of WrestleMania. She has the Moment of Bliss segment on Monday Night Raw, and she's WWE just doing everything they can to keep this woman on television. This past Monday, she was supposed to compete in a Fatal 4-Way for quote-unquote momentum going into Money in the Bank. She, of course, didn't have her luggage, quote-unquote, in parentheses and whatever, didn't have her luggage, and Nikki Cross took her place. And a lot of people were online baffled the fact that the one woman not in Money in the Bank won this Fatal 4-Way. Lo and behold, the reason they did this is simple. Alexa Bliss hasn't been cleared to be in Money in the Bank for weeks. And they were hoping she would get cleared in time, and Nikki Cross was the backup plan. So Nikki Cross will be facing off with everyone else, with Natalya, Dana Brooke, Naomi, Bayley, Mandy Rose, Ember Moon, and Carmella. We'll get to that match later. But no, we will not be seeing, as Corey Graves says, the goddess of WWE, Miss Alexa Bliss. And quite honestly, I think with adding Nikki Cross to the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match, I believe that makes that match way better. We still have to deal with Dana Brooke and Carmella and, and Mandy Rose. But hey, Vegas can't be choosers. We did get at least the Money in the Bank ladder match for the women's was improved. The men's on Monday was also improved because Braun Strowman was taken out, and put in was Sami Zayn. We'll get to that later as well. But of course, as we must always start every single predictions, we start with the Cruiserweight Championship. Ariya Daivari versus Tony Nese. I really haven't been keeping up with 205 Live, but Tony Nese just won the Cruiserweight Championship at WrestleMania's pre-show. There is no reason for him to lose this title whatsoever. So I'm predicting Ariya Daivari to not win this match, and Tony Nese will retain the Cruiserweight Championship. I feel he'll keep the Cruiserweight Championship until at least SummerSlam. I don't see him holding it on for as long as maybe a Cedric Alexander did, who had it till October Super Showdown last year. So I'm saying that Tony Nese is going to keep it for at least till SummerSlam. And another match that I can't believe was on the kickoff show, and this kind of is really? Daniel Bryan, last month, just a month and a half ago, was going up against Kofi Kingston for the WWE Championship. Was defending the WWE Championship against Kofi Kingston at WrestleMania. And we're 1 month after that, and what happened? Daniel Bryan is on the pre-show facing a team from Raw in the Usos. Does somebody else see what's wrong with that? Daniel Bryan, from 1 month ago, was on the main card in one of the main events, in the 10 o'clock hour, which would be usually a main event for sometimes. It's going to the pre-show with the tag team titles aren't even on the line. At least it hasn't been made a tag team championship match. It's just Daniel Bryan, and Rowan versus the Usos. So why is this match even happening? this is a match that if you're not going to have it on the main card, why would you even make the match? I see the Revival, who are nowhere near this show. I see the Revival getting involved in this match, costing the Usos to set up a program on Monday Night Raw. So I'm saying that Rowan and Daniel Bryan are going to win this match thanks to the Revival. You always got to stay together. Now on to the main card, we go to Lacey Evans versus Becky Lynch. I'm not going in any order here. Just this is going by the two world title matches we'll predict at the end. But I'm going with the one of the matches that I really don't care about, and that's Lacey Evans versus Becky Lynch. Lacey Evans, who for months, had sat out there, just walked the line, back and forth, did nothing. The night after WrestleMania, she punches Becky Lynch in the face. Becky sells the women's right. And then they brawl for a little bit, for a couple more episodes of Raw and SmackDown, because the Superstar Shakeup, yada yada. And then the night after the Superstar Shakeup, or the night of the Superstar Shakeup for Raw, Lacey Evans gets a number one contenders match against Natalya, the winner facing Becky Lynch at Money in the Bank for the Raw Women's Championship, while Charlotte, which we'll talk about later, is going to be going for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. And I'm like, really? This woman did nothing for months. This right here, and you all wonder why Sasha Banks doesn't want to come back to WWE. Why Sasha Banks hasn't been back. Look at the women's title matches at Money in the Bank. You literally could look at Charlotte Flair and Lacey Evans, stand them right side by side, and they look almost identical. There's a problem there. Big boobs, blonde hair, nice ass. That's all that Vince McMahon cares about. Do I see Lacey Evans winning this match? No. If they were to give Lacey Evans the Women's Championship just in her second, her second serious match, maybe her third match on the main roster, outside the Royal Rumble, where she was god fucking awful. I don't give a shit about, I was nervous. Bullshit. That match, she was awful in that match. That would just show that WWE, which quite honestly, WWE is regressing with the women's division. Everything that Ronda Rousey did to get the women into the main event of WrestleMania, gone. As soon as she was gone, it's like, back to business, back to promoting the big boob blondes that we want to use. So, Becky Lynch is winning this match. Becky Lynch, and here's something that I saw a couple days ago. There was a leaked document coming out that Becky Lynch is probably going to be the first woman on the WWE 2K20, WWE 2K video game cover. Becky Lynch, if that is the case, is not going to be titleless until after October, till probably November. Probably even after that. Even though they had the wild card rule, which I think that's a total failure. Charlotte Flair is going to win the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. Probably not. Maybe hit Money in the Bank. Maybe not. But Becky Lynch is going to be a women's champion for Raw until at least after Survivor Series, if she is the cover athlete. Look at last year's cover athlete, AJ Styles. For months, everybody predicted Shinsuke Nakamura was going to beat him. Everyone predicted that SummerSlam, Samoa Joe was going to beat him. Everyone predicted AJ Styles up until November when he lost it, that he was going to lose the WWE Championship at some point in time, and it never happened. Because he was the cover athlete to WWE 2K19. He had a whole AJ Styles Tower event thing in there where you had to finish the thing, cut a promo, and you would possibly get a chance to win money at WrestleMania. During the selling point of that, which is in October, early November, like all of October, you're just doing promotional stuff. AJ Styles was WWE champion. Becky Lynch is going to be Raw Women's Champion going all throughout this entire time. If she is the cover athlete, Becky Lynch is not losing this title until after that. It would make absolutely no sense why you would give this woman the championships. And here's the thing: if they do the 2K20 thing and she has both championships on both of her shoulders, she will be double champion until November. Just no ifs, ands, or buts about it. But I'm going with Becky Lynch on this one. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. the next match is one of the more useless matches on the night, and I wish they would get rid of this match. This just shows how there are 11 matches on this show, 2 on the pre-show, 9 on the main card. And you're thinking, that's not going to be too bad. This is one of those matches that I wish they would get rid of. Of course, Shane McMahon turned on The Miz at Fastlane, and these two have been feuding all the way through WrestleMania and to now. Can we just end this feud already? Miz, of course, lost at WrestleMania because he decided, I'm going to suplex Shane McMahon off of the stage, and he's going to get his shoulder over top of mine so he could win. It really looked like Miz lost by a mistake. So, Miz is going to win this match, no doubt about it. It is a steel cage match. I see no reason why Miz loses this match. We need to end this feud 110%. So I'm going with The Miz on this night. Just no reason for him not to lose. Not to win this match. Next useless match of the night, Roman Reigns versus Elias. God, this match is going to suck. Roman Reigns has come back in February. He came back. WWE now decides, after everything with the Shield, everything at WrestleMania, let's start throwing out this manipulative promo package on how much of a fighter Roman Reigns has been. How, inspiring Roman Reigns has been. They show, in this video package, everything that he is, from his debut on FCW, his debut in NXT, to his debut with the Shield, to everything he did between him winning the Royal Rumble 2015, and everything after the Shield. Everything they showed after the Shield. I'm not going to go with shit on anything with the Shield. That's big shit that they did. But everything after the Shield, this pissed me off. He wins the Royal Rumble. Everybody and their mother knows that when that match was over, this motherfucker got booed out of the building. We go to WrestleMania that year. He is booed out of the building. And yet, when they show this video package, he wins the Royal Rumble, and they show footage of people in the arena cheering for Roman Reigns. They're making it look like Roman Reigns has been the most beloved superstar of all time. Give me a fucking break. There was when he faced the Undertaker, they showed a woman with Roman Reigns' gloves on, cupping her hand over her mouth, looking like she's in tears, because her hero, Roman Reigns, is going against the Undertaker. Fucking bullshit. How manipulative this entire video package, past the Shield. Like I said, everything from the Shield, from when he started wrestling to the Shield, I'm not going to shit on because that was a different time. Everything after that is so manipulative and so bullshit. They didn't have WrestleMania 31, the year he won the Royal Rumble. They didn't have the WrestleMania 34 main event where he lost to Brock Lesnar. They didn't show him in Saudi Arabia, but yet they conveniently showed him winning the WWE Universal Championship at SummerSlam. They left out, between WrestleMania 34 and WrestleMania 33 and WrestleMania 34, they left out everything that happened. Everything. Conveniently. They didn't show him losing very badly. They didn't show him getting his ass kicked by Braun Strowman and Kevin Owens at the Royal Rumble a couple years ago when it was Roman Reigns versus Kevin Owens, and Braun Strowman helped Kevin Owens win that match. They left that one out conveniently. They left out the fact that he was the 30th man in that year's Royal Rumble, and the fact that fans booed the hell out of him. Go watch reaction videos on YouTube from that Royal Rumble when everyone expected it to be Samoa Joe or Finn Balor or anybody else, and it's Roman Reigns, and everyone's booing. They're pissed. They're like, oh, give me a fucking break. Yet this guy was fucking loved his entire fucking career. According to WWE, Roman Reigns is the most beloved superstar of all time. It's fucking ridiculous. Yeah, he came back. First off, to anybody who believes Roman Reigns was out 4 months battling leukemia, this guy has been on these pills that represses and puts it into remission. This guy has been fine since a month after he left, if not even sooner. This guy was out for at least 3.5 months filming Hobbs and Shaw, filming TV shows for Nickelodeon, Netflix, other places. This guy was out because of contractual, things that he, movies and TV shows that he went to go do, not because of his leukemia. don't buy that shit. Oh, he's such a fighter. He's such a inspiration. Really? That's why he's in Hobbs and Shaw, fucking filming a movie when he's supposedly going to battle leukemia. Give me a fucking break. This video package that they put out, they could have put out, manipulative as it is, they could have put this out the night he came back and nobody would have batted it around. I'm like, okay, it's whatever. One time. But it's fucking May. Going into fucking June. I don't need to see anything else about this shit. Roman Reigns is back. This is not... Roman Reigns is a fictitious character played by Joseph Onowale. Two different things. It's like... It's you don't like MTV. MTV has the Video and Music Awards, TV and Movie Awards that they're going to have, and Roman Reigns is nominated for a real life hero. Roman Reigns is not real life. Roman Reigns is a character. If they said Joseph Onowale was in this category, fine. That's fine. That's whatever. That's Joseph Onowale. This guy is no. And here's another thing. He's been back, and they have not done a damn thing different with him. It's the same guy who left. Is the same guy now that he was when he left. Nothing different. His moveset hasn't changed. His wrestling style hasn't changed. He's still the same boring-ass wrestler, and he's going in there to wrestle another boring-ass wrestler. This is piss break match of the night. Piss break match of the night. This match is going to suck. Roman can have good matches to great matches when he's with somebody like an AJ Styles, a Seth Rollins, somebody who is a ring general. Roman's not a ring general. Elias sure as hell is not a ring general. This match is going to fucking suck. Roman's going to win this, obviously. It's going to be the same as usual. Roman gets beat down for 95% of the match. Superman punch, missed the spear, Superman punch, hit a spear, 1, 2, 3, Elias loses. That's all there is to it. Next up on the docket. Rey Mysterio gets another shot at Samoa Joe. After what we saw at WrestleMania, and the biggest reason everyone says that Rey Mysterio versus Samoa Joe didn't happen the way it should have happened is simple. Rey Mysterio versus Samoa Joe didn't happen the way it was supposed to happen was because of time. Rey Mysterio was injured, yes, but Rey Mysterio versus Samoa Joe lost time due to Triple H's greediness of having to be the longest match of the fucking night, as he is every single time he's on the card. Now, last time at WrestleMania, this was supposed to involve Dominic. What was Dominic going to do at WrestleMania? Who the hell knows? But they did bring Dominic back into this. Yes, Dominic is trained to be a professional wrestler. I'm honestly perplexed of what they're doing. Is Rey Mysterio supposed to be getting his son over eventually to where we're going to be accepted to Dominic? Is Dominic going to be on the main roster or something in a couple months? Or is he going to go down to NXT where he should be if WWE wants to use him? Do I see this feud ending on Sunday? No, I do not. I think Samoa Joe is going to keep the title. Rey Mysterio is going to win the title, win the match by DQ, and they're going to prolong this going into Saudi Arabia. This match is not going to have a definitive winner. Samoa Joe is end up going to do, if Dominic's around, Dominic's going to get involved, and Samoa Joe is going to end up choking him out or something, pissing Rey Mysterio off. Rey Mysterio gets a chair and starts attacking Samoa Joe. DQ, whatever you want to say. Samoa Joe is going to lose by disqualification, and this is going to lead into Saudi Arabia and then into Stomping Grounds. This feud is probably going to be what AJ Styles and Shinsuke Nakamura was last year, where we just saw the match every single fucking month after month after month after month. We're going to see it at Saudi Arabia, we're going to see it at Stomping Grounds, and we're probably going to see it at SummerSlam. And Extreme Rules as well. So, Samoa Joe is going to lose, but he's going to retain the title. Moving on here, we have the SmackDown Live Women's Championship, Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair. This one is a little bit troubling because of what I mentioned earlier. If the 2K20 cover athlete is Becky Lynch, and for some reason they have her holding both championships, A, that would be kind of weird because that photo shoot was probably before she won both titles, and B, would pretty much telegraph the women's championships for the next 4 or 5 months. It's kind of a toss up, but I'm gonna have to probably go with Becky Lynch losing to Charlotte Flair because of the match she had with Lacey Evans. Are these matches going to be back to back? Seth Rollins a couple years ago at Clash of Champions or Night of Champions when he wrestled John Cena and Sting back to back? I don't believe so. I think that'd be a little bit overkill, and would telegraph too much that Becky Lynch is not going to be a double champion coming out of the show, and I don't think they want to be like that. So I'm going with Charlotte Flair. The reason I want Charlotte Flair to win this match, I know they had the wild card rule. I think that's not going to last very long. But on the whole, we won't see Becky Lynch versus Charlotte Flair every single time. This is getting into Sasha Banks and Charlotte Flair territory, where it's every single fucking week. I'm over it. Give me somebody else. Want to see Bayley, Ember Moon, even a Mandy Rose, even a Sonya Deville. I don't fucking care. I want to see other people wrestle for the SmackDown Live Women's Championship. Asuka, Kairi Sane. I want to see them get chances at the Women's Championship. But, it is what it is. Speaking of the women, we move on here to this Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Yes, I know that the graphic is old and outdated, but I could not find an updated graphic card for the Women's Money in the Bank ladder match. Just hoping that I have an update coming out of Money in the Bank. But Ember Moon, Mandy Rose, Dana Brooke, Bayley, Natalya, Naomi, Nikki Cross, and Carmella. This one is going to be interesting. Yes, the match is a little bit better. I would hope for an Ember Moon or a Bayley. Plain and simple. Or Nikki Cross. That is all I can say about that. But, knowing WWE, it's either going to be Dana Brooke or Mandy Rose or Carmella. That is your three that I could see possibly winning. Mandy Rose, because of who she is, how she looks, the fact that Chloe Grace can't stop salivating over her. Carmella, because, that's how they want to go with. And Dana Brooke, because WWE tries to push Dana Brooke now, even though she's not that good in the ring. We'll talk about more on Dana Brooke later tomorrow on Unscripted, because a certain anonymous caller came in the Red Keller and talked about how Dana Brooke is one of the hardest workers. We'll talk about then it gets there. But I'm definitely going to have to go with... I'm going to go with 3 for the men and the women's, simply because it's just so hard to tell who it's going to be. I'm going to go with Mandy Rose, Bayley, or Ember Moon. Raw got the win last year. Raw doesn't, SmackDown it would be better for a SmackDown woman to win it this year, in my opinion. I'm going with Ember Moon, Bayley, or Mandy Rose. As we continue this on, we have the men's side of the Money in the Bank ladder match. Andrade Cien Almas, Ricochet, Drew McIntyre, Finn Balor, Sami Zayn, Baron Corbin, Mustafa Ali, and Randy Orton. Now, who could possibly win this one? The 3 obvious answers for this show is Ricochet, Andrade Cien Almas, and Mustafa Ali. Baron Corbin, Sami Zayn, and Drew McIntyre are pretty much out of the running for the simple fact is they screwed Braun Strowman out of the match. Braun Strowman is going to want to get revenge. Braun Strowman is going to come out and wreck probably 1, if not all 3 men's chances of winning Money in the Bank. Randy Orton just seems to be there to fill out the spots, even though I wish they could have put Aleister Black there, then that would give me 4 reasons. Finn Balor is your Intercontinental Champion. I see no reason to give him Money in the Bank. So I'm going with Ricochet, Andrade Cien Almas, or Sami Zayn. And you're probably be like, oh, why are you picking 3? That's not fair, because these matches Money in the Bank ladder matches are unpredictable. We don't know who's going to win. Just like the Royal Rumble, I believe I made more than one prediction there, too, outside for the men. I think the women, we all knew it was going to be Becky Lynch. But I'm going with these 3 men, and it's the only ones that really make sense. It also makes me seem a little bit more right if one of those 3 win. Moving on to our championship matches here, the final matches. I don't think these will be main events thanks to men. Money in the Bank ladder match, I believe, main evented the show last year. I think it's going to main event the show this year as well. But Kofi Kingston versus Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens made his return right before Fastlane, took Kofi Kingston's spot at Fastlane, and him and Mustafa Ali with Dana Bryan put on a pretty good triple threat match at Fastlane. Kevin Owens was babyface up until a couple weeks after WrestleMania, where he was the Big O, which he started out with the Big K, which I thought that was stupid, but the Big O with the New Day due to Big E's injury. My question for them was, if Big E would have never gotten injured, how the hell were they going to introduce Kevin Owens as a heel for this feud? Big E getting injured for Kevin Owens versus Kofi Kingston was actually a blessing in disguise. Speedy recovery to Big E, but it was a blessing in disguise. There's one problem with this match is the fact that Kofi has already come out and said, I believe on May 30th, he's going back to his home country of Ghana for a tour of Ghana. He's going to be in, I think it's going to be SmackDown brand going to Ghana or to South Africa for a 2-day tour or something. Kofi's not going back to his home country or his home country without the WWE Championship. Kofi Kingston's winning this championship match, plain and simple. Kofi's winning. Now, the Money in the Bank, I don't expect to see a cash in this year for either the men or the women. Like last year was a shock that Ronda Rousey and it was a shock, but it wasn't a shock because I didn't expect to see Ronda Rousey winning the women's championship at Money in the Bank last year. I think they were going to leave that for SummerSlam, rightfully so. So it was a little bit less of a shock with the fact that Miss Alexa Bliss won that match, the Money in the Bank ladder match, and then cashed it in later in the night. Do I expect to see that this year? No, I do not. So I expect Kofi Kingston to win this match and take his title into Ghana and Saudi Arabia. I expect him to probably keep this till SummerSlam, but dude, Kofi, a little advice. Drop the fucking smiling, drop the fucking pancakes. Your best friend, one of your best friends, got the hell beat out of him, his back is hurt, and you're coming out, skipping along, acting like everything's all fine and dandy. When the guy who hurt your friend is out there wanting to take your title, get serious and be a legit fucking champion. I want Kofi, I want, like, in my heart of hearts, I want Kevin Owens to win the championship on Sunday. Will he? Probably not. Because Kofi Kingston's not going back to Ghana without the WWE Championship. And the final match of the night, we have Seth Rollins versus AJ Styles. I don't think these two matches, like I said, it could be one of these main eventing. I mean, it would be interesting to see the main event being the Universal Championship, but I think that, like last year they did Money in the Bank. Now, if the men's Money in the Bank ladder matches before the main events, then there is a possibility we could see a cash in. I don't think there's going to be a cash in, but this match, of course, has not happened. I don't think since the NWA Wildcard or whatever that thing was, Wildside event that these guys were on 13 years ago. The reason this match, which is a SummerSlam main event, is happening is simply because of AEW's Double Nothing happening the next week, and WWE wants to be the talk of the wrestling world. I have some bad news for WWE. Doesn't matter how good this match does or how good Money in the Bank does. The talk of the wrestling world this fucking month is going to be All Elite Wrestling. Whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's in between, or whatever else.